nice little instrumental
Yes.
from Iron Maiden. Third song on this album, Powerslave. After two pulsating songs, here's a song without words, but just as good. The only problem I have with this song is that it's the same tune. There's very little, and then the guitar coming in for a complementing tune. Apart from that, there was no variety in this song, so it was kind of boring towards the end, But it was good nevertheless. It gives you a brief breather if you're listening to it in one go like we are today. It gives you a brief breather after two powerful, very lyrically strong songs. It one about flying and the love for flying, and of course flying as a army pilot, basically. In your second song about war and the effects of war and nuclear war possibly, where the children also are killed in the war.
Everyone.
But here there was an instrumental breather where you can make what you want out of it. Just enjoy it, listen to it. But the same tune, so it was kind of boring for me.
I like the bass guitar use of it. It had a lot of tunes that was going on right behind the lead guitar. Things were happening there. Lost for Words. I think they just played with the Lost for Words. You get that?
Yeah, Lost for Words.
Yeah, Lost for Words. Yes. So I said it's a good song to line it up right after two heavy songs, which were very hard hitting. So one was all about you fighting there. Second one was being reluctant about it, going the extreme way. And then third one, giving a breather, giving a break. I remember, was it Marillion? I think it was Marillion when we were reacting to it. And then right after Pleasant Song, there was this Creepy Guy song. And it didn't make sense because once on one side we were having fun in the childhood and things like that, and the next one is about a lewd pervert guy, and it was all about it. So I said there was no break when you are thinking. Actually, it was about the victimization of a young person, and the second one was about getting into this pervert guy. And I said there is no break or there is no sensible lineup that they have gone, because one song you're listening to which has a completely different mood, and then the second one is extreme opposite of that. But here Iron Maiden, that's where thought comes, and that's where real genius musicianship comes. That two literally hard-hitting songs you have already given to people. You really need to, if you want to change tracks, or you want to change the topic, or you want to make it something fun, then you have to give a small break in the middle and make it up with your music. And that's where this comes. Lost for Words. Yeah, Lost for Words.
Wonder what is the strategy for the fourth and fifth song.
Flash of the
Let's
Place.
move on to them. Yeah, it's a decent song. I won't say it's a really good song. Definitely not in the league of the first two songs on this album. And yeah, I mean, more of, aftermath of violence or war. Here is the case of a sword, and how, you're literally forgotten as soon as you die. And maybe that's the message I get from it. Could be the wrong one. Incidentally, the uh, Iron Maiden seems to be using a lot of this Egyptian art in its album covers and pictures. So I wonder what's the connection, because it's using all the pyramids and those mummies and all those statues that we see off and on. I think most of them are not even intact today. But we're seeing a lot of it, and that also in very strong colors on the album covers and inlay pictures. But I don't know what is the connection. I really don't get the connection. If someone could perhaps explain the connection of Iron Maiden and all this old Egyptian art and architecture, what's the connection between Iron Maiden and this, and also this album? Please explain that, because I don't see any connection, and it seems kind of dumb to do this.
I have an idea. Anyway, Flash of the Blade. As the lyrics of the song in today's time, sometimes I say certain songs are so relevant even today. This one does not really hold any relevance in today's time. It could be relevant in a few decades ago, when for honor people would die, whether it is guards, royal guards or something like that. They always felt it was their duty and it was their paramount purpose in life to be the protector of their royalty or whoever they were protecting, the king or the queen and things like that. And they would die without even blinking. So at a flick they could die. So it seems like someone, there's mention of someone like that. Here it's a swordsmanship and somebody who's using the sword and all. So it felt like it is honorable guard or something like that, or someone who's born to protect and things like that. And he doesn't mind. It was as if he was born to do this, and he would do it anytime and any day. So in today's time, it doesn't make sense. Now we have a lot of guns and bombs and everything. So people don't stoop down to swords anymore, and swords are pretty much revealing or conspicuous to even be around. Daggers still make a thing, but not swords anymore. Only in UK or something like that, they still have those guards, right? The red costume ones with the big wig that they wear.
Yeah,
so they have still kept that alive. Yeah. They still have the whole charade going on of that every day. They do that. It's good. It's nice. It's fun to look at it. But is it any relevant? No, not anymore. But that still has continued. It has a place in the society, and people, especially tourists, they connect with it a lot.
I mean,
People love to photograph.
Either way, this album is kind of getting boring. If there's no turnaround in the fifth, sixth song, it's sad to see such an album put together by Iron Maiden, where only the first two songs seem to be good, and now we have two kind of boring songs for me.
Yeah.
Now if
Lost of words.
fifth and sixth are equally boring, then yeah, I mean, it's just a very smart marketing by Iron Maiden with all those mummies and Eddie dressed like a mummy.
I'll tell you
and all
what's the
those
connection.
pyramids and all that. It's just a smart marketing thing, but I kind of find it dumb. Let your music talk, not your artwork.
You know what? This whole Egyptian effect in Western music became quite evident in the 70s, 80s, and also a little bit till the 90s, even till Michael Jackson. There was a time when America and the UK, they wanted to find a civilization that they thought they belonged to. They definitely knew that the civilizations didn't rise from there. So they felt it was Mesopotamia or the Egyptian civilization was something that they were connected to more deeply. So they would, draw that connection, and they were promoting heavily the Mesopotamian civilization as their civilization. Now even from there they are moving away a little bit whenever they feel need feel the need to be connected to certain civilization, because at times you lack it, and especially during difficult times when people have very low morale, or hopes are dying down, especially during the time of war, or even COVID. During COVID again, there was a little bit surge. There was sprouts of, again, Mesopotamian American civilization and things like that. Whenever they feel they are coming to extinct, or anything that is threatening more than regular days, it becomes more of a need, psychological need, to connect to certain civilization. Whether they are right, wrong, I wouldn't say a thing about it. It's most probably somewhere there, but not entirely correct. There was a time during World War II when Germany wanted to associate themselves with Aryans, and they were Aryan and things like that, whether for the good or for the bad, but they always want to have that certain cushion and draw certain inspirations from the past, and because of that they do that. So I remember a lot of music and a lot of videography, visuals were created around Cleopatra and pharaohs and things like that. In those times, a lot of movies were made. All the Mummy and all that was made around that time, because there was a whole idea that that's our civilization and we should be connected. And then some point they lose it when they have a war with the same civilization. When there's a war happening against that, around in the Middle East, and then they forget it. But there are times when they want to feel we have a civilization, let's get back to certain roots, wherever it is, and they do that. So this was that era, I would say, when a lot of Mesopotamia wanted to portray as if they belong to it. So that's why it comes.